Hey guys, this past weekend we closed out our Entrusted Series with the topic of time. And we went through James chapter 4, verses 13 through 17, and covered four main points. The first of those points being you need to be constantly aware of God. I explained to the kids how I've just gotten married, and now I'm learning to always be aware of my wife. Every decision, every choice I make, when my friends call me and ask me to go get a burger or something, I always ask her first, and I always turn to her before making these decisions. And the second point was you need to consider how fragile the human life is. And I brought this illustration out. You guys may have seen Pastor Doug do it, but talked about this rope going on forever. And it's a timeline of our existence. But what we tend to do as humans is, even though this white part is our existence after our life here on earth, we have this small part that we focus on, and it's our life here. And we invest all our time, all our energy, all our efforts into this, when all this does is reward you in this small little part. But if we take this time to invest in this, we'll have a great eternity in heaven. And our third point was you need to be dependent on God's will. Really encouraging the kids to understand this life's not about them, it's about what God wants for them. And He has an incredible plan and purpose for them. So spend time investing in that. And our fourth and final point was you need to humble yourself. In the end, we're what gets in the way of ourselves. We spend our time on ourselves, we spend our money, we spend all these things on ourselves. But if we can humble ourselves and realize our lives are about loving God and loving the people He's made, we'll be at that point in that place where we spend our time well. And we ended with a simple question. What are you doing? What are you doing with the time that God has entrusted to you? Are you spending it well? Or are you spending it for yourself? Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.